Hello everybody, 'tis I, yhtomiT, and today I will be talking about the Hytale factions because there is absolutely nothing else to talk about until the new blog post drops. Anyway, let's get right into it. As we know, there are many different factions in Hytale, so I'll delve into who they are and what they're like to my knowledge. First, we've got Hytale's mascot, the Quebecs. They are peaceful humanoid creatures resembling trees who live in Zone 1. And they're like trees, pretty much, as I said. Well, I don't know if they resemble trees or are trees, but the old people turn into big trees and the young ones are saplings from the trees, so they're basically trees, even if they're not exactly trees. I'm saying trees too much. They are very cooperative and oriented in community. For example, they've got the tree singers who teach the young about their history and their kind of identity as Quebecs, and of course they worship Gaia. Moving to the arid deserts of Zone 2, we have the Pharynge. They are a race of small fox-like animals that stand on two legs, and they wear like skulls of other animals because they're just hard like that, they're cool. And of course they were once enslaved by the Scarrocks, those weird bog fellas we'll get onto in a minute. But they got out of that and they wear bracelets of freedom because they got out of that. Since they're so strong and hard, they've had to adapt to cruel environments. So all in all, they're very cool geezers, but they're also really cute as well. They've got that big black eye and soft fur. I assume it's soft, I've got no clue, I've never felt it and never will feel it. Next up we have the Outlanders. These are the pale white inhabitants of Zone 3 who need a little bit of vitamin D in their life. They're humans who practice dark magic and likely worship Pharynge, as those two things go hand in hand. They have that weird green third eye thing on their forehead that I don't know if it helps them with magic or helps them see, or maybe it's just a bit of a nice accessory, but it's cool nonetheless. And I don't know if this is true or not, but there's a theory that Quebec Corner made that these fellas, these Outlanders, turn into those weird crawling creatures with two arms and no legs after bathing in the forbidden Clash Royale elixir, or whatever that purpley pink liquid is called. But all in all, these Outlanders fellas, they're very cool. They got good hunting skills with like bow and arrows. They got priests that do the magic. They're well-rounded fellas. Just need a touch of vitamin D and sunlight. Next up we have the Trorks, which is a very popular race in Hytale. They're quite well known. Even if you don't know much about Hytale, you'll know about the Trorks. They're, as you can tell from their name, a mix between trolls and orcs. And they live in Zone 1 with the Quebecs, and I think they kind of like fight with the Quebecs, and those two don't really get along. They're obviously aggressive towards players as well, because they're trolls and orcs and they're just inherently aggressive in all RPGs. And they're also very large. They've got high HP and do a lot of damage. For example, in that clip, the player had a shield and armor and he still took a large portion of its health. All in all, these fellas, you don't want to go near them, they're dangerous. Unless you've got good gear like a Thoria Max or something, I don't know what else there is, you don't want to go near them. Moving back to Zone 2, we have the Scarrocks. These are the fellas that enslaved the Pharynge. Not very nice, is it? They're insectoid looking creatures that resemble scarab beetles. I think I've never really seen a picture of a scarab beetle. Probably just like any other beetle though. They live in Zone 2, as I said at the start of their introduction, in big hive structures similar to bees, ants or termites, and they've got their queen called the brood mother. It'd be really cool if someone were to mix up with a Quebec, hey? But all in all, they're pretty disgusting geezers, really big. They've got different people, like they've got the tank, they've got the brood mother like I just said, they've got workers, they've got all the sorts. But I mean, they're quite cool, just a bit gross, a bit yucky, you know? Finally, yeah, I know it's sad the video's coming to an end, but finally we have the Goblins. don't know too much about the goblins, at least I don't, but I mean, everyone knows what a goblin is. Classic little green fellas, small-ish, mischievous like gold and other shiny things, and pretty dumb. There's that one that falls off the bridge as he's running towards us. Although some of them might be smart because they can craft things like glasses, and there's that one that can juggle bombs, which is quite cool, to be honest. Imagine playing Hytale and then there's a goblin just sat juggling bombs, maybe throwing one at you every now and then. Quite cool. Now, there are other factions in Hytale, like the Fawns from Zone 3, or the Slothians from Zone 4 in the underground jungle part, but I don't know too much about them, at least not enough to do a bit on them in a video, so I'll leave them for a later video, or for never. With that being said, adios amigos.